As in the double-slit experiment, the particles behave differently when an observer was present. Some authors even say that a room doesn't exist if you are no longer present in it. It collapses back to that probability only if you are observing it. So we live in a light matrix which some regard as a simulation. The nature of it is of unreality. No matter what you label it as. Illusion, simulation, dream, virtual reality, Maya. The nature is that of non-reality.
So there you have it, folks. This is the stuff that I've been learning about for the past few years, man. And most people just want to play the game, and they don't want to understand how it's being played or how it's created or why they're playing it. They just play their roles out, and some people play their roles out as the family man, and some people play the roles out as a bum, and some people play the roles out as the rich person, and other people play their roles out as the spiritual teacher, and whatever it is that you're playing your role out as, right? And the thing is, I'm starting to believe more and more and more that this is some kind of simulation. This is an illusionary reality. And if you think about it logically, I mean, if you see the way that video games have progressed, say over the past 40 years, right? And we're at the point now where I've seen clips from GTA 6, Grand Theft Auto 6, right? And I mean, hell, it looks like you cannot tell the difference between it and reality, into this reality, right? And then you take that to the next level where you get into the VR world of, you put on the goggles and you get immersed in VR land. And this is the thing. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Ready Player One, right? Where they put on the goggles, they're living in these like little, I think like trailers stacked on top of one another. Like the world has gone completely just disintegrated because nobody leaves their houses anymore. Nobody leaves their huts, right? Which I can see happening. And everybody's immersed in these VR world, right? And they get so immersed in this VR world that they forget that they're actually in a video game, that they're actually in a simulation. So who's to say that we are not in some kind of simulation, right? And there's somebody wearing, say you're wearing the goggles, the VR goggles, and you're forgetting that you're actually playing a game. You're actually in a simulation. You get so immersed in your character in the game that you forget that there's actually somebody controlling this whole thing. Now, that makes perfect sense, because if you project 30 years down the road with AI and technology and everything else, I mean, hell, 10 years down the road, you're not going to be able to tell the difference between this reality and a simulated reality, right? I mean, it's there already. Graphics just keep getting better and better, and once you start diving into quantum physics and learning about energy and particles and light and how things are formed and consciousness and everything else, it just goes so deep. And it leads me to believe that, yes, indeed, this indeed could be some kind of reality. But with all that being said, it's a theory, right? And put whatever logic you want towards it, if you believe it or not. I mean, right? You get NPCs, what they call non-player characters, which are just dum-dums who just play these roles in the game. Then they really have no purpose to be there, just to fill in the background, right? It's sort of kind of like that, from what I understand. But you become the leading role in your own film, your own world, your own character in this game of life, right? And the thing is, for me right now, like, I've been learning about this shit for a long time, for years, right? And I've come to the conclusion that it's probably possible, most likely is, but that's not where I want to go with this video. Where I want to go with this video is, what about when you realize all this shit may or may not be true, but you get sick playing the game, right? You get sick of it. It's like you just want to turn it off. Like, I've had enough. I want to take off the VR goggles, or I want to whatever, and I just want to go back to my normal life, whatever. But your normal life is now a simulated fucking reality that you've been playing all along for all these years, but you forgot that you were in. So there's no taking off the VR goggles. The only way out is if you die. And then what happens when you die, right? Death is an illusion. Hello. This is what they're saying, right? In the spiritual community, that death is an illusion. You just wake up from this dream. And everybody's got their hypothesis on that one too. But so what happens, right? You're here, everybody's supposed to have their purpose in life, and everybody's supposed to be here and doing their thing, or whatever the case may be. I don't know if I want to buy into a lot of that stuff, but thing is like, what happens when you get sick of playing the game? What happens when you get sick of just doing all this shit, and you're like, I've done what I wanted to do. I've had all these different experiences in life. I've done what I wanted to do, and I just kind of just don't want to do it anymore. Nothing excites me. There's nothing that's making me go, wow, that's pretty cool. I want to go do that. There's nothing, right? And the thing is, with me, because, being a true MGTOW, as I would say, so discontent with following the rules and playing this fucking facade of it's like being so fake, where you're just doing this thing when going out and participating in this game, right? And once you know that it's a game and you want to pull yourself out of it, which is via the Matrix, and then you die, and then what happens? You get reincarnated back into the game again as a different character, because you haven't played out your karma, you haven't learned all the experiences you're supposed to learn. I don't know, man. It goes on and on and on. I have vivid dreams. I sleep sometimes for fucking 18 hours, man. And the thing is, my dreams are so real that I don't want to wake up from them. They're a lot much better than the reality I'm living here now, in this waking dream, so to speak, right? In my dreams, I'm flying around and doing all kinds of shit. I have superpowers, and women are in abundance, and and I'm having like premonitions of different stuff. Like, I'll see different people that I know, or friends, or whatever the case may be, that all of a sudden I haven't spoke to in 20 or 30 years, and they'll show up in my dreams, like kind of weird. And then go on social media, and then poof, there's somebody there that's kind of going through some rough time, and I was there to actually sort of console him, and is that the word I'm looking for? Console him, and actually kind of bring him back up again. So it was weird how these premonitions happen in my dreams. And but that's just something else, man. That's a dream inside of a dream. And is this fucking reality a dream? What is it, man? This is stuff that I'm fascinated with learning, but it gets to the point where you get so caught up in trying to understand how the game was created that you don't want to play the game anymore, because it just seems so fucking fake. Everything just seems so fake, and everything is becoming fake. Look at what they're doing, man. Look what they're doing with their food. They're making 3D food now, and fake meat, and fake everything else, and fake. Everything's fake, simulated, right? Simulated. Simulations, right? They say that the elite are running simulations, playing with the perceptions of our mind. Easy enough to do, especially this day and age, when you have social media bouncing off your forehead all the time, and you're going on these apps, and you're getting all this different information being bombarded into you. It's so easy to lose track of the little reality that you have and buy into this friggin' stuff that they're projecting at you, right? Whatever it is that they're doing. Is it real? Is it not? Fuck, they can do whatever they want to do to make things look real. They can put shit in the sky and say it's a UFO. They can project stuff out. You got to question everything, man. And it's a mass hypnosis. It's a mass illusion. And the thing is, if you're asleep at the wheel, so to speak, you'll never truly understand the world that you're living in. And some people don't want to understand. Just like in the movie The Matrix, it's like some people are so dependent on the system that they'll fight and whatever they got to do to make sure that the reality that they're living in stays intact. They don't want their illusions of reality. You know, it's, I don't know, I'm losing fucking train of thought here, but I'm almost 10 minutes in, and I guess that's why. So with that being said, if you made it through the video, awesome, man. Take it easy. We'll see you in the next